Hello everyone, I would like to show you what is a virtual agent in ServiceNow. So basically a virtual agent is a chatbot which can converse with the user. In our case, the end user. Usually we have the end user contacting us directly to a live agent, a person on the phone, or they are opening a chat, or they are going to submit a request form. That was the practice before. Now we have a lot of different chatbots. This is not the only one. We have a lot of different chatbots available out there, but this one is very specific and it's called virtual agent. It's going to, in our case, for example, if you're using the chatbot for IT service management, it's going to prompt different questions to the user. When they are opening the chatbot. For example, the user, they are saying I have a problem. It will try to find out what the user is really asking. Is the user having a problem related to his computer, or having a problem, a Wi-Fi issue? So in this case, I will create a ticket for that. Or is the user having a problem like, let's say, Wi-Fi, but I can also provide some information like a knowledge base that the user can consult and then find the solution in that knowledge base. So that's the benefits of using this specific chatbot. And this chatbot is going to use keywords in order to find out how to respond to the user. It's not a chatbot built with artificial intelligence. That's something a little bit different, and that kind of chatbot can be used in customer service. For example, when a customer is getting angry and then going to contact that chatbot. But I think it's not very beneficial at this point. I don't think if someone is personally, or if they have some kind of frustration, they are more tend to contact someone to solve the problem. So they want someone really a person on the phone available than opening a chat and if they are angry and trying to solve the problem, right? So it can be helpful for me, I would say, when you have a direct question. For example, you'd like to contact someone and you have a question like, I want to know the phone number of this specific person. So direct question, that question can be answered. Or this chatbot can be as well used in other business processes. It's not just meant to be for IT service management. I'm going to give you some demonstration a bit later how this chatbot works for IT service management, but it can be used in financial services. It can be used for any other business processes. For example, you can query, for example, I'd like to know what is my balance in my account. So you don't need to actually go to your website banking, online banking, and find out what is your balance. You can just ask the question to your chatbot. It's going to answer. So in some cases, it's very useful. It's going to provide the information that you want. And here in IT service management, it can update the records, query the records, also gather all the data that the user can provide to you as an input. And in case they found that this thing, it cannot solve the problem, it can transfer the chat to the live agent so they can take over. So we have to admit at this point, the chatbot is like a partial automation. Sorry, it's like automation, but not 100%, like 5%, and it's like progressive replacing human interaction, but it's not 100%, but we can have in some cases like 100% automation. Let's say, I'm just having an idea, let's say you have a problem with your Wi-Fi. Instead of providing you the answer, the knowledge articles, or creating a ticket, so you can have some sort of system in the back end, like try to find out in your own system, in your computer or in your phone, try to solve them by itself. So there is a program trying to find how we can solve the Wi-Fi problem. Is it a problem in the network itself, or is it a problem coming from the provider? In that case, it will send a query to the provider and then say, hey, there is a problem in this computer, the Wi-Fi is not working, and it's not the problem coming from the computer itself, but the problem is coming from the network, and it's going to do some other manipulation and then probably it's going to solve the problem. So it's not kind of different thing. So it works in the same way. So this is like in the beginning, and this chatbot doesn't have any artificial intelligence features. You as well have that kind of chatbot. So this is a general definition of a chatbot and how we can use it and what are the benefits of using the chatbot. Now let's see how we can install the virtual agent, the chatbot specific to ServiceNow, in our instance. So the first thing that we have to do is to install Glide Virtual Agent plugin. So that's the most important one, and the other one is the IT Service Management Virtual Agent Conversation plugin. So this one will will give you access to all the different topics related to IT service management, so you can explore that, try to learn what is the topic flow, and basically the topic flow is the one who is going to be responsible to answer all the queries that the user can have. So I will make a demonstration of that, so you will understand better than telling you what is it topic flow. So let me first show you how to install this plugin. This is quite simple. So I just need to go here, and I have it here, system plugin. So you have to type here system definition, go for plugins, and look for, so it's loading, and type Glide Virtual Agent. So you should install this plugin, and it will have all the features to for the topics, to create topics, all other features necessary in order to use the virtual agent. And the second one, for the demonstration, please install ITSM Virtual Agent Conversation. As you can see here, this plugin contains pre-built conversation topics for ITSM related use cases. We are going to use one of them in order to create a problem ticket. So I will show you that. The other one that you have to make sure is, you have to go to the developer tab and see that ITSM Virtual Agent Conversation is selected. Also in the update sets. That's something that I found out in the learning path. So you can find out as well in the learning path in Developer ServiceNow, the whole course, how to use the virtual agent, how to install and everything. And once you have installed, you will have this application called Collaboration, and then you can access Virtual Agent Designer. So another thing that I forgot to mention, we are going to do an exercise in the end of the video, how to create a topic flow, and that topic flow will be responsible to look for an employee information. So basically, if a user enter an employee name, I will find out the employee information. For example, it will give you the phone number, the emails, this kind of information. So it's kind of direct query, like straightforward query that can answer, and it can give you back the answer instead of looking for this information, or instead of even calling someone to get the information. You can just open the chatbot and type the name. You're going to get this information. Okay, let's first now demonstrate how topic flows works, what is the topic flow, all these things, and then we will create the chatbot. Okay, let's go here, and then I'm gonna click on designer. So that's where you have all the topics. As you can see here, we have check ID status, create change request, create problem, and so on. These are all topics available for IT service management. So each one of them have their specific goal. So if you have search knowledge base, in that topic, you have a specific flow. Whenever the user, for example, if I open this, whenever the user is going to enter these keywords, knowledge, questions, KB, article search, how, all this kind of thing, it's going to look for this topic and look for a knowledge base. In the same way, if I go for create problem, it's going to create a problem ticket. Whenever you enter in the chatbot, create problem or these keywords available here. So what if we have the same keyword in different different topics? It will still ask questions in order to find out what is the topic it should choose. So it will prompt a lot of different questions in order to choose the topic first and choose the topic among the topic available here. So if now we have only the create problem topic active, but you can activate all the topics, and you can run all the topics available, and whatever the keywords you're going to use, if you have it all the keywords like spread in different topics, it will try to find out which one is the right topic to use. So in order to activate a topic, it's very simple. You just click on create problem, and here you go. For example, you do in this way, activate, and then you publish it. That's the first thing that you have to do. And the second thing, now what we are going to do, before going to look at the topic flow, we are going to preview the virtual agent, how he's going to create for us the ticket. So I'm going to click on preview. It's going to open the virtual agent. So he's asking us a question. I can help you, not a question, a little bit, yeah. I can help you create a problem. Please tell me more about your problem. So he's asking a little bit of description of the problem. I'm going to say Oracle issue. Okay. So he's asking more question. What is the urgency of this problem? It's going to be medium. What is the impact of this problem? It's going to be medium as well. Okay. It's asking what is the configuration item. So is a Oracle issue. So I'm going to put as well Oracle. So it's giving me a little bit the choices to choose between different here. I'm going to choose here, for example, this one. All right, I have captured it. Do you want to add additional detail to this problem? No. Okay, so as you can see here, we have a card, the problem card, and then it's displaying the problem ticket number, and it's already created. So it's very efficient if you know all the information and what is emergency, what is the urgency, what is the impact, where you have the issue. So you can create directly the ticket. So it's so fast. So let's first see if we have. So as you can see here, I clicked on problem open. So I have the problem ticket already available, and you can see here the configuration item is the one I chose. Now let's explore a little bit the topic flow. Okay, so I want to explore the topic flow. So I'm going to click here, edit topic flow, and let's bring our agent here. So I'm going to zoom a little bit here. Just to explain you, this is a very complex topic flow in order to create a problem ticket. So I'm going to just show you some of them, so you're going to understand how this thing works. That's how I understood. So if I click here, short description, I have sure I can help you create a problem. Please tell me more about your problem. That one is the one that we had here. If you remember, it was the first message. And then if I click here, urgency, what is the urgency of this problem? And you have a script here, and that one is the second question, and the third question goes in the same way, impact. So you have the question here, the title, also a script, some other things here, which enables you to have this conversation. So it can choose a different path. For example, if it was not able to find the right configuration item, so it will try to repeat the search. So you can see here. So it's not always the same path. It can choose a different path. It all depends what the user is putting as an input in the chatbot. So now let's create one, and that one is going to, like, I'm going to put the username, and it's going to give me the information about the user, and then it's going to loop back the search. Let's do that. So I'm going to click on add a topic and type find employee in the company directory. So kind of long title, so I'm going to put it here as a short description, and I'm going to delete this one because I want find employee as a keyword. Also find also employee. Okay, fine, great. And at this point I just need to save it, and I'm going to activate it. So it's activated. Now is the time to create the topic flow. Let's click on edit topic flow, and I'm going to click on start, and I'm going to put the greeting response. So whenever the chatbot is going to open, it's going to greet the person with a specific message. So I'm going to say, hi, I can help you to find employees in the company directory. So that's the first message that I want to put here. And the end message, so confirmation, the last one. So I'm going to say, thank you for contacting me. So it's kind of strange. And have a nice day. Let's put it like this. Great. So this is the end of the message. Okay. So let's see if that thing works. So I'm going to save it, and I'm going to preview it. So I should have the greeting message here. Hi, I can help you to find employees in the company directory. Thank you for contacting me. Have a nice day. So I missed nice. So I'm going to change it. Great. Save. Perfect. Now what we have to do is to input, is to make sure that we have an input, which means like I'm going to enter the username. So we will need a user input, right? So we will find this this box, like the user input that you have to choose. This is the string input. So I'm going to select this one. So I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to name it employee name. So you have to make sure that this variable will contain whatever the information that we are going to give. So as a first message, like we had a greetings before, like as a first message here, I'm going to put, who are you looking for? Okay, that's the first thing. And I'm going to put as well as an acknowledge message. Got it. Let me have a look. So that's the second message that I would like to put. So which means first it will ask the question, who are you looking for? And then it will like kind of get the data that we are putting, so as an input, and it will store in this variable, which is important to notice at this point, and then it will display this message. So let's see if it is going to do that or not. So I'm going to save it and then again preview it. Okay, hi, I can help you to find employees. Who are you looking for? I'm looking for Beth. So it's saying, got it, let me have a look, and it's ending, thank you for contacting me, have a nice day. At this point it's working perfectly. So now what we want is to return it has to go, we have Beth as a name, but it has to query the database, like here the user table, now to find out who has the same name, so display me this information. So the way we have to do that, we are going to use the reference choice. This one we have to use in order to do that manipulation. So you will have all the properties necessary to manipulate to choose actually the table. So here I'm going to name it list employee. Okay, list employees. And so the variable here we have already employee name. So that's the one it should be like transferred to here. So the way you do it, you click on the data pair here, input variables, and then click on employee name. So it's going to like take the data, whatever the data that we are going to input. So it can be Beth or Joel or anyone's name. It's going to have it here. And then we have here choice list setting, where we are going to say this is going to be you have to go to a user table, look for a record. So reference type is a record, and you have to go to user table, and I'm going to choose sys user, this one. And not only that, I have to add a query. I have to say you have to look for the person name entered. So if it is Beth, just go run a query to find out all the person which has this name. So the way you do it, so you add a condition. So add a condition here. I'm going to choose name contains, again, input variable. No, I didn't finish it properly. Now this one, input variable employee name. It's perfect. Now I'm going to put as well no records respond message. So I'm going to put whenever it is not finding any information in the database. Let's say you enter something totally different, some words, and then is going to say this is not available. So we have to just put some other message like no records match. Oh my god, match your search criteria. Okay, so this one. Now I'm gonna save it. Okay, we still have one issue because we have to do one thing which I found a bit later. We just need to click on end and delete it and save it again. So it will have this line and we won't have the error. Great. At this point, whatever the name you're entering, it should go to the user table and then find out that person and then list that person or a list of the employee, because you can have, like if you type ABC and it will find out all the person's name which contains ABC, like this. So I'm going to just preview like this. So I have the first question, who are you looking for? I'm going to say Fred. Got it, let me have a look. Fred Lurie. So if I click on Fred Lurie, great. So now thank you for contacting me, have a nice day. So is when I type Fred, it said okay, it was giving me the list of the person, I chose him, and then is ending. Perfect. At this point we have built properly. We enter a name and is giving us a return the, I would say, the information, the list of the employee about this name. Now what we are going to do is to get some information about the employee itself. I want the email, I want the phone number, I want to know who is the manager, this kind of thing. So this is going to be a bot response. So this is not a user input, but some kind of data pulled out from the database. So I'm going to use for that, which is this one, a card. This one will allow us to display information about the input that we have just chosen before. Okay, so here I'm gonna say user information. It's going to be a record and it's going to be list employees, and I'm going to choose all the field that I want to see. So I'm going to put first name, okay, first name. I'm gonna put also the last name. I'm going to also put the location. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna put also the email. Okay, so probably let's put as well manager. Okay, I want to see all this information. I'm gonna save it. Perfect. So it's not actually showing you if it is saved or not, but it's done. I'm gonna click again. Yeah, now I'm gonna click again to preview. So it's asking the same question, and I'm going to put Abel, for example. Got it. Let me have a look. So it's giving me different person available, like with as the able letters in the different username. So I'm going to choose able tutor. Perfect. So it's giving me the first name, last name, location, the email, also the manager, which is Fred Lilly. Thank you for contacting me. Have a nice day. At this point, it's working perfectly. Now we can do another one thing, which is like loop back. So you can ask the question, for example, do you want to do another search? For that, what you have to do, we have to choose a Boolean value, which is like yes or no question. Like, do you want to do that or not? So you have it here. So it's going to be an input from the user to choose yes or no, right? So the first thing what you have to do is to choose this one, Boolean, and drag it here, and then give it a title, like another lookup, and what message you want to like put in the chatbot. So would you like to search again? So that's the message I want to put. Okay, perfect. So now we have set like the how to say, the Boolean value yes or no, but after clicking yes or no, we have to build some kind of tree, which is going, if the person says yes, it should go it should loop back. If the person say no, it should end, right? So we don't have yet, but if you preview, I'm going to save it and I'm preview, it's going to ask us if you want to loop back or not. But whatever the choice we are going to make, it's not going to loop back, it's going to end, because we don't have the choices here. We are going to add this. So I'm going to type again able. Got it. Let me have a look. Choose this person. Perfect. I have the detail of the person, and then it's asking the question, would you like to search again? This is because we have this input. So I'm going to choose yes, but it will not go look for a search. It will end, because that's what we are telling to in the topic flow. We have to, at this point, make use of utilities, which is kind of decision tree, and you're gonna put that thing here, and you will have the choice here to make yes or no. So I'm gonna give it different title here. I'm gonna just write the same thing. Would you like to search again? Okay, so I have this question and I can press here, which is going to divide the path. One is going to be yes, one is going to be no. I'm going to put yes here. Okay, and in case it's a yes, it should loop back. If it is a no, it should end. So I'm going to put here no. It's not because we are putting the name here is going to end up and it is considered as a no. We have to set the condition. So the way we do it, I'm going to click again here and I'm click on the condition, and I'm selecting the another lookup that we have created here, and it should be true. And the way you do it, you just check the box here, save it. Perfect. And now here at this point here, you click again and click add condition and choose another lookup. Is it should not check this box. If you check this box, it's like true, it's like yes. So you should leave it blank to make it no. So I'm going to save it. So it's perfect. Now what we have to do is just connect this node to the other node. We don't need to actually build again the entire thing. What we need is just to connect to this employee name, and it's totally fine. It's going to loop back. Let's do that. So I'm going to over on this point in order to that become blue, and then you can connect in this way. Perfect. So it's now we have our entire topic flow. It's going to ask for the name, look for the employee in the database, return their information, and ask us yes or no question, would you like to search again? And then if it is a yes, it's going to loop back. If it is a no, it's going to end. Let's test that if that things work perfectly or not. So I'm going to say preview. Okay, it's asking me all the questions necessary. So I'm going to choose Beth. Yes, he found Beth, so I'm going to say yes. So it's going to provide me the information about Beth. So I have all the information, and then it's asking me, would you like to search again? I'm going to say yes, and it will loop back. Who are you looking for? Now I'm going to look for Fred. Okay. Got it. Let me have a look, and I'm going to choose Fred today. Great, it's giving me the information. Would you like to do a search again? I'm going to say no, and it should end. Thank you for contacting me. Have a nice day. So this is how you can build a topic flow, and you can see here the topic can change based on the information that you put. So you can build much more complicated or complex topic if you want. All you need to do is to have the ITSM virtual conversation plugin installed. So we have all these things already ready for you, and you can click on, for example, on search knowledge base and edit topic, and start to explore how this thing works. So this one seems to be quite simple comparing to the create problem. So that's how we can create a topic, how we can use the chatbot, and thank you for watching. Hope you like it. Until next time, bye.